Hey, everybody out there. Welcome back to Trek Tuesdays. It's a little bit different this week. We are going to play some Stellaris for about an hour or so until we're ready to start our Trek Tuesdays at 9 p.m. First thing I got to do is turn some of the sound down because holy crap, I didn't realize how loud the music is. It's really cool, though. It keeps cycling through the soundtracks, which might not be a good thing because, copyright. Oh. I don't know why half these pages are not working. There we go. It's a super entertaining stream, y'all. I'm just staring up in the sky. All right. So I am playing Earth. This is pre-Federation. So the blue here is the Andorian Empire. This is Tellarite. This is the Vulcans. Beta Z, Orions. The Klingons are down here. Romulans are up here, which are really tiny right now. Some of these guys I don't recognize. Like I haven't seen the stories of the First Federation yet. I don't know the Quilmar. I don't know how I've met any of these people. I've heard of the Metrons, but I don't know what they do or are. So now, if you're out there and you have played Stellaris, I will tell you that my playstyle is moderately infuriating because I will play with it frozen for a bit, do all the things, and then I'll run it wide open until a bunch of notifications build up. Then I'll pause it and work through them all. I'm very much a sprint, do things kind of player. Just a second, y'all. Oh, look, it's the Voyager theme song. So one of the cool things about this is this mod is a full conversion mod. It's one of the most expensive mods on Steam. You start out, I think it's 2150, and you go through the stories of each of the major Star Trek arcs. So this is the bombing of the Vulcan embassy that you see in Enterprise. After several days analyzing the rubble of the embassy building and questioning identified witnesses, Kai Giorgio has concluded. Oh, and some of the characters, because I didn't get Archer quick enough. Actually, I still don't think I have Archer, so I couldn't send him. Has concluded that the evidence does indeed point to the Sirenites as the perpetrators of the bombing. The evidence seems almost too strong, however. Several chemical traces which link to materials found in the Vulcan's forge region of the planet where the Sirenites are known to keep a hidden commune should have decayed within minutes of the blast and be barely detectable now. Let's continue the investigation. I don't remember how the story goes. You can choose the same choices that are on the show, and it'll take you down that path, or you can do something different. And what's really cool about this is the Vulcans, they either end up reforming like they do in Star Trek, which I don't remember how to do that, or they become hyper militarized. Same thing with Federation. If you get to the point where the dude has the laser on Mars or whatever it was, and you don't stop him, you become Terra. I'm super excited about that because I kind of want to do the Terra thing, but you know, establish embassy. I'm sorry, a little Jeffrey Combs quote there. Kai Giorgio has led him to the Vulcan Forge region, where the Sirenites are known to keep at least one hidden commune. Vast search of the desert. The Forge is subject to electrical sandstorms. Block scanning tech. Makes sense why they'd hide there. Progress with Forge is slow, made more dangerous by the constant threat of Sequat's attack. It does not look like Shran, sir. And we have open borders. Wow, that was loud. Oh, they're Fallen Empire. I have idle. Oh, right, because I had two of them locked into. He is investigating the debris of the sphere attack on. Well, in this, it's Eastern Europe or Western Europe. But in the show, it's Florida, so I don't know why. I don't know. This is buildings of science stations. We'll keep doing that. Now finish building science stations. They have anywhere for you to go or do anything. So you're going to head over here till he's done. After taking shelter from an electrical sandstorm with a passing Vulcan pilgrim, a remarkable discovery, while referring to himself initially as Arev, Pilgrim is in fact Siren, the leader of the Sirenite movement. Professing ignorance of the embassy bombing, he promises to lead Giorgio back to the Sirenite compound in the Tukaroth sanctuary in order to prove the matter. Oh, I don't like letting my research lay, though. Oh, yeah, we're going to go with that because I'm going to need some battleships here soon. The Enterprise is... Oh, so the Enterprise already sent the Enterprise to the Delphic Expanse. It's a number of Sirenites who, together with the Siren, attempt to explain the nature of their movement and how it rejects violence. A young woman named T'Pau is particularly vocal in her defense of the movement. The debate is interrupted by alarms and the sound of explosions. Looking to the sky, several Vulcan fighters can be seen laying waste to the ground beneath them. I read that. That's the ground beneath the people. The geomagnetic anomalies of the Forge have reduced their accuracy, but not have prevented the deaths of many Sirenites. Siren himself is fatally injured. Oh, I remember this. Dying shortly after placing his hands. Remember. The Solea, heavily damaged, not responding to hails. Yeah, see, I had to use a captain named Jean-Francois Lambert, which is, it says he's a legendary officer, but I don't remember this guy. Leads the team to make contact. The ship, the Vulcan crew is a frenzied state ambush. Take refuge in Slay's control room. Analyzing the bio readings from a Vulcan officer stunned unconscious reveals the Trillium D expression. I remember that episode. Get possible cure. Some potential cures are provided, however, all require testing. Oh no. I just brain damaged a bunch of Vulcans. That can't be healthy. Damn. I don't think that's what happened in the show, y'all. We have made first contact. Giorgio has experienced a number of visions following the attack on the Sirenite base, learning that Siren carried the Katra, or soul of Surak. The mental toll is heavy. T'Pau reveals the underpinning of the Sirenite faith is the Kershara, an ancient artifact soul. Toll said. English. I feel like I'm reading Vulcan. contained the complete writings of Surak, but lost to time. With Kashara, T'Pau argues that they can prove the Cyrenai's peaceful ways to the Vulcan High Command. Giorgio offers to help locate the artifact. Let's go over and grab this event. And, oh, I have a fourth person now, Ignacio Flores. Let's send you to do some... I don't know what you want me to do. I can't send them to do anything. They're in the middle of missions. Oh, I'm out of minerals. I need more minerals. You are a spacefaring race that has a space station. Are these guys pre-warp? They are warp capable. Okay, I dig it. Arrange second contact. Okay. That here. Okay. With the Katra of Surak in his mind, Giorgio is able to locate the underground monastery where the Kurashara has been kept safe for centuries, a small elongated pyramid. T'Pau argues that the only logical course of action now is to present the Kashara to the Council of Ministers and argue their innocence. Perhaps the Kashara would be safer off-world, arguing that they should locate a shuttle and return to orbit. Let's take it to the capital. I'm going to crap myself if I end up with a militant Vulcan. We become a militant Earth. And Tellarites and Andorans already hate each other. We're not making the Federation, y'all. This might be a problem. All right, so yeah. The Andorians are expanding. Months of investigation have led you to the Zindi mining colony of Kima site. Oh, mining colony to whatever. Using the Zindi probe on Earth. It being produced in huge quantities, the mines appear to be surrounded by a number of small settlements. Time materials, compassion. Oh, damn it. Oh. Yeah, I'm screwing this up, y'all. I'll make 2 more Emmet class frigates. Because I don't remember how much power you need, but I know it's right much because it is not great. Finding shelter, the sympathizer. Sweet. We need mining. That's a great way to end an alliance. I wonder if I don't think I have enough. I need whatever that is. Oh, shoot. I need the tech too. I don't have the tech for that. Oh, crap. Up to the world centuries ago by a race called the Stellaris, who they subsequently overthrew humans. Uh, humans gonna human, y'all. The captain is troubled to learn. Okay. All right. So you guys cannot hear the music for this game at all. All right. So we are going to turn the music off here. And we're going to turn some music on over here because I just realized it's probably really boring. It doesn't sound great. Yeah, the music's really good. It's like a really cool, like, make a blend of all the themes. And I really like it. But again, if you can't hear it, it doesn't really matter because you can't hear it. All right, the colony appears to be on the brink of a race war that, coupled with several years of poor harvest, could destroy the viability of both populations. Oh. Oh, God. I'm sorry. Oh, crap. Oh. Antimatter weapons. That's just what the galaxy needs more of. I think I've made every wrong decision so far based on the actual story of Star Trek. Every single one. All of them bad. Go survey. Follow the chemosite to a nearby system. The Enterprise has encountered the Kumari under command of Shran of the Imperial Guard. Mr. Jeffrey Combs. Shran offers the Kumari services to assist the Enterprise, insisting on sending an engineering team to help create and repair various systems. Deriding the Vulcan High Command for its lack of support for the United Earth efforts against the Xindi, Captain Jean-Francois Lambert can't help but feel that there's more to the Andorian presence in the expanse. While the two vessels sit at the edge of the system, their sensors detect a massive energy discharge in the inner asteroid belt as the dwarf planet is vaporized. Of course we're going to accept the assistance. Accepting the Andorians' help pleases Shran, whose crew spends the next few days upgrading various systems aboard the Enterprise. Jean-Francois Lambert and Shran devise a plan to capture the prototype weapon by using the Enterprise's bait to lure the Xindi patrol vessels away before allowing the Kumari to beam the weapon on board and disarm. The mission is successful, however, Shran reveals secret orders to steal the weapon for the Andorian Empire alone. The Enterprise chases Kumari into the system's Oort cloud. It seems Andorian engineers have triggered a security protocol on the weapon. As it triggers an overload. Oh no. Potential weaknesses, however, no clues to locations of any further prototypes. Yeah, let's form a commercial pact. You just tried to leave us stuck in the Delphic Expanse. Oh, hey, we gotta. Okay, Degra. Long weeks spent hunting the Expanse have paid off. The Enterprise has successfully captured a shuttle containing the Xindi primate scientists leading their weapons project. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. This was a good episode, too. Okay. Was that... Yeah. Let's see if we can get them built before they show up to kick the crap out of us. Because that ship does not play. It is a hell of a ship. And this is not enough troops to take it out. Enid's not sent for me either. What's his abilities? Great, army upkeep and army morale. Well, sure. Right, to the Xindi weapon, the Enterprise has detected the wreckage of a Xindi vessel on the surface of Class K world in the Hunringai? Whatever. The vessel appears to be of a Xindi insectoid design. While there are no signs of active Xindi ships in the system, Captain Lambert beats the crew as being down. Is continuing on to the weapon as initial scans suggest nothing of value survived. Oh, I remember this episode. I feel like they just left them. They might have left a buoy, but I kind of want to adopt them. Let's see how bad that turns out. A rise in the Asadi system, almost immediately being fired upon by many Zindi warships patrolling the area. Attack is soon halted as the surrounding. Yeah, I remember this moment too. Since his case. Yeah, this was such a good series. I think it's so underrated. Oh crap! I think we've already gotten that far, and yep. Damn it. Damn, and not a one of these ships is done, is it? No. No, it's not. Damn it. I'm not gonna die. Come on, give me one of them before they engage. Okay, well, let's... I got one little dude. Oh, that's a light cruiser. No, those are Emmett class. Oh, that is the Berkeley class. Which I don't think is correct. Well, this is kind of it, guys. And the issue here is if you do it right, then like the Kamari shows up to help you and some other Zindi ships show up to help you. Apparently I did not do enough right. Is this the denobulants? Yeah, because they are not here at all. Okay, the Starfleet Corps of Engineers has recommended the construction of fleet yards in geosync orbit. Above the construction of these yards, we'll be able to construct additional wooden flagships. It's a megastructure. Will be available via regular shipyards. That's fair. The lives of the crew of the Scout have become rote and routine. Sure. Great. So, we're going through a presidential election while the weapon of mass destruction is pointed at our head. This is oddly familiar. I do not care. I do not care. I don't care. Kent in the Alpha Centauri system. Hmm. Well, just watching everything fall apart as the Zindi super weapon bears down on me. There's that second ship coming along there. Starbase 1. Great. I'm glad he got elected. Oh, this is gonna hurt so bad. I don't care. I do not. Sure. Honestly, I'm not doing nearly as bad as... Oh, everything's dead but the one guy. How is that? They wiped everything? No, they're all still there. Okay. So that got me a bit concerned. Wait, why do I not have a head of research anymore? I thought I had a head of research. I'm sorry, what? Okay, cool. Okay, we might actually have this. Yeah, I get it. We lost the light cruiser. I think, yeah, we've got this. Cool. Man, the lag right now is killing this game. Betazoid freighter. Answering the hail, the captain of the freighter appears to shovel an injured. Grancy, we're carrying deuterium from Betazoid, and it looks like it may have been contaminated with unstable hydrogen 10. Isn't that the stuff in For All Mankind? Our secondary cargo bay and damaged our engines. I thought there were only 4 of the 5 races left. I thought one of them was like wiped out. Oh, crap. There's something happening somewhere, right? I'm sorry, who are we declaring war on? No. Look, if they become a federation, I'm gonna be real pissed, y'all. Go ahead and merge, and then we need to repair and then upgrade. Because you guys got the crap kicked out of you. You are still... You're still serving. You're still serving. Y'all need to get the move on. You guys can go fight a war. Do not care. Ooh. Are you kidding? I feel like I remember this is what spirals into. Now I need a troop. Wait a minute. How do I have... Oh, those are envoys. Oh, yeah, I only have 2-star bases. Another one? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Well, first off, let's go ahead and move you over there. And you're going to go here and hope you don't die. Evidence connecting the administrator John Paxton, that asshole, sought to assure investigators attacked and killed shortly after unlocking access to a shielded area of the base, housing a substantial cache of starship-grade weaponry. Oh, God. Can I just blow Mars up now, please? Oh, I didn't know Phobos and Deimos are actually in the game. That's cool. There. That's Venus. There's so many moons. He looks so cool. Overwhelming. Oh. Yeah, I know. I don't have many ships. I broke my little ships. We're going to go with you first. I should not have closed that because now I don't know. Yep, I don't know how to get back to it. Damn it. I need more science vessels. That's what this is. The problem is. Need more alloy. Also what a problem is. Wreckage of vessel. Oh. Oh, dear God. Was this a thing? We'll settle them on Mars. Wait. I'm sorry. This isn't the dude from Into Darkness, is it? Now I gotta go look this up. Star Trek Enterprise. Because he looks an awful lot like Admiral Asshole. Demons. This guy's name is John Paxton. Peter Weller. Okay, here's Buckaroo Banzai. And I guess he wasn't the guy. Oh, he was. He was Admiral Marcus. So I just want to make sure I understand this. In one timeline, he tries to lead the United Federation of Planets to become the Terran Empire, or whatever. And in another, he becomes an admiral in Starfleet. And then also tries to do basically the same thing. What the hell? Like, let Peter Weller be himself. It's probably going to end so badly. Why am I now at negative unity? I do not understand how that works because I was at +6. Now I'm at -1. Okay, cool. All right. So this is one of the cool parts about Stellaris, and they really did a good job here of choosing what to develop and create as your basically your tech trees for this mod of Stellaris. And it really, like, each of these are completely different for the major races. So the Klingons are all about honor and murder you. The Romulans are hyper, like, you get a Section 31 here, but the Romulans have like 4 or 5. They have Tulshiar, and then they have several others. The Ferengi are all about commerce. The Borg. The Borg, in the normal Stellaris game, you have I can't remember what it's called, a voracious assimilator or something. In this one, it's the same thing. A devourer. I don't know, whatever. The Borg just roll in and take you, and all their stuff is about absorption and assimilation, whatever. But I think that I want to go with this. Cost, Starbucks influence cost. This is what I want first. Yes. 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 Cool. So I currently have plus 100% colony development speed. Of course, I don't think I have any eligible. Oh, I do. I have one in the Sirius system, and I have enough stuff for a comp. You know what? Let's build them out of Xindi insectoids. Oh, wait, no. Let's check that because I'm not sure. Class M. Just gonna play it safe. Sorry. Alright, well, at least I don't have to waste my fleet defending against a douchebag of an enemy. then you get... See, that's the thing, though. I don't want to keep paying for all these leaders. See, I don't know what legendary leader is. I kind of wonder what... Don't I have two? I have two talking to you. Let's just see. It's only -9. Probably a hell no, just all the same. Greenfield Blue Planet. Now that the crisis on Mars has been resolved, it's once again possible to use the Verteron array for its intended purpose. Terraforming engineers have already started preparations. I dig it. Oh, I'll turn Mars green. I'm cool with that. No Dynafire and organs. Why are you guys taking so long? Four. So you have 5 total. You have 6 total. Jeez. And you have just this one. Cool. Getting a little much. Like, that's the thing. These empires are expanding so much. I think having 2 of my guys like strapped down for so long didn't help. Oh, mega structure. No, I'm good. You know what? Let's make a new science vessel. Why can't I build this? Oh, it should tell me that then. Let's sell you and buy 250 you. So this will create that. $17 game. I need you. I want you. Do I have the juice to... Let's upgrade Deneva to a starbase too. Exploratory starship. You require a scientist. Yeah, but I don't want to take you away from research. This is irritating. We'll go with a legendary leader, Mr. Whoever this is. Oh, that's neat. It is a little enterprise. Okay. Let's go. A lot of these things, though, I should have already had, which is moderately frustrating. Yo-Yo Dine? What's... Wait a minute. Isn't that a Buckaroo Banzai reference? Okay, it's a fictional defense contractor that appears in the Crying a Lot 49 and V, and referred to in DS9. I swear I thought it was Buckaroo Banzai, though. John were here, he could tell me. Altar Confederacy. I'm telling y'all now, if I don't get the Federation mechanic in this is hyper powerful. Because you basically can absorb other nations and they become client states of the Greater Federation. You get all their systems except for the capital. And it's just better. I am curious, though. Did the Vulcans become the Confederacy of dunces? Wow, Google really throwing shade on the Vulcans in Enterprise. It's probably not going to come back with the answer I need. Oh. No, I guess they did. Predator Surak. Oh, crap. It's an alternate timeline. Damn it. Well, that's irritating. I know where that's going. I don't care. Now you should be working on upgrading and then another science vessel. Sweet. And let's go ahead and make another Intrepid class. You guys did the business. It's like, let's put the head of research into it. That makes sense. Alright, let's go ahead and turn you down for Maria Claire, Sandra Elliott, Manuel Vargas. Okay. Oh. Dang. Don't mess with the Orions, I guess. You have no orders. Go ahead and build some more mining stations, sir. Give me a second, guys, because I'm getting a call from Mr. Blosser. Alright, let's go see if we can skew Springboard. Yeah, we're just gonna call it Sirius Prime. I saw a fool, I got you. Get on in here. Apple Watch. Many years of conflict, diplomats from the nearby Alpha Beta Quadrant powers went to peace summit. Okay. Ugh, what are you doing to me, man? Okay, do I have a scientist that has... I'm going to be real pissed. I like how he's bald now. Traits. Butcher. No, I don't want to send him. Hero 3, Fleet Captain, Squadron Leader. Okay, is this the Hubble? That's the Hubble. Where is Babel? What are you doing? Oh, you're going over there. You're muted.
And I am here, and I am muted.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you, sir?
I am the sarcastiest. Still.
How come? You look like a Force ghost.
I know. I don't know why. That's part of my problem. Suddenly, all of a sudden, that's how I look today. I'm trying to figure out after dropping everything just now.
So this plays much better on the Beast.
Oh, does it really?
Oh, 100%.
That's great.
Oh, that's a ton of aliens. I don't know why the entirety of Earth, I got 4 envoys. Much longer, I got 91%. Oh, let's up the trust growth rate. Uranium sounds good. Okay, end rivalry.
Okay, that's a little better.
Yeah, you got a little color now.
Let's see.
Ah!
There we go. It's not great, but it's better.
Oh, dear God Almighty. Okay, so apparently everything on the board just showed up. Does that mean I made the Federation? Why is the Orion Pirates bigger than a lot of us?
That's a personal question.
Look. Saurians. Oh, they all joined ours. I didn't want that. I want the Federation. Have you played much through this, Azur?
I'm sorry, was that a question for me or somebody else?
Yeah, that was a question for you.
Oh. I have, but not since they updated it this last time.
Oh, well, the Federation mechanic's always been there. I've forgotten how you trigger the Federation. I don't know if you can if they become... In the show, do they become the Confederacy of Surak?
No.
The Vulcans.
No, I don't think so.
Then I made the wrong choice in that event.
I'm trying to think of what...
I had them take the Kurashara to the council, and they were like, oh, we've seen the light. We shall develop the teachings of Surak as our governing principles. And then they became the Confederacy of Surak. And I really thought that was a problem because I don't think it happens in the show. So what you're telling me is I screwed the Federation?
Well, let's see here.
Oh, look, I got Trip Tucker.
Oh. So that is based on the alternate reality of the
That's-
2009 movie timeline.
Yep.
After the destruction of Vulcan, they the Confederacy of Surak was the formal name of the Vulcan state. It consisted of New Vulcan and its colonies.
Gotcha.
It was seen on a wall in Admiral Christopher Pike's office at Starfleet headquarters and Into Darkness. So that's kind of interesting.
Well, okay then. All right, folks, we're going to start our watch along now. Stop the background music. Why do I still have exit to desktop, please? Okay. All right, we are going to take a break because I need to go use the restroom before we start. And I am hungry.
Hi, Hungry. I'm John.
That's nice to meet you, John. Oh, crap. You know what I didn't do?
I don't know. What did you not do?
I did not set up backgrounds. We're going to run off backgrounds from last time. Okay, this show actually looks really good, so I'm going to put that on my list. It's an ad, Paramount Plus. I pay for no ads, but somehow I still get ads.
Yeah, Paramount does that. They run an ad roll at the beginning.
Yeah, but I pay for no ads.
You pay for no ads. Yeah.
Damn programs. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and use the.
So I went back to my cam on the MacBook, and it actually looks better tonight color wise, I think, than the other, which is what I switched to for that very reason.
All right, give me a quick sec because I need to apparently reset the. I did not do this properly tonight. How you been, John?
I had a pretty incredible weekend. So,
yeah, tell us about it. You went to GalaxyCon and got to meet certain leg famous person for a leg thing. That sounded really stupid when I said it out loud.
I got to meet two reasonably famous people.
Both for leg things?
No.
Okay. like,
no. I got to thanks to my middle daughter Bex. I got to shake hands and chat for a couple of minutes with Jonathan Frakes, and that was really amazing. I got to share with him that when I was 15 years old, keeping in mind I'm 50 now, they were right at the end of the first season of Next Generation, and he was at a convention that was, I believe it was actually in Maryland. I was saying the DC area. It was in a hotel in Maryland, and this was back when it was just a.
we're not going to talk about the background. Remember, I said I didn't remember to prep this part. So
that's okay.
DC Maryland. What are we doing here?
It was we were there on a Sunday, and it was Jonathan Frakes and Robin Curtis, who was Saavik in Star Trek 3 and 4. And my brother, my dad, and myself stood in line for about hour and a half, hour 40 minutes maybe. And there were two people in front of us in line at this point to get an autograph from from Jonathan Frakes. Back when you just stood in a really long line, you didn't have to pay for it because that was part of the. I mean, I think they may have had you pay for the picture, which was like $10, or you could bring your own thing. It would be for free. Um, but all the money to the guest came through the convention itself.
Yeah.
And so there were two people in front of me in line on a Sunday afternoon, and his handler let him know that if they didn't leave right away, he was going to miss his flight back out to LA.
Oh.
And my incredibly mild-mannered, quiet, reserved father went over and kind of plainly put it that he and his two young children had just stood in line for an hour and a half,
Oh, damn.
and could they please do something? And they said, well, I can't guarantee anything. We'll see what we can do. Um, ask for our name and mailing address. And sure enough, uh, 2 weeks later or so, we got this big 8.5 by 11 envelope in the mail that had a copy of the program from the convention, and it had a name that may or may not have been Jonathan Frakes' actual signature on it. But it said Jonathan Frakes, and so I had actually not been near my daughter at this particular moment, but she had walked up and was starting to talk to him and explaining things, and she'd just gotten to the part where she was explaining that he was had just told her earlier today about the fact that this had happened, and he kind of looked at me with the almost, and that's when I explained the situation, and he said, "Well, I'm glad you got it. I'm so sorry I did that." It's not a big deal, not a big deal. I understand. I clearly have gotten over it. And I apologized. I said, I just lost a job after 16 and a half years with the company, and had just started substitute teaching, and we we weren't in line to get a signature. We didn't want to take them away from anybody else, um, because we weren't doing signatures or anything like that today. And he very quickly gave me the, oh, come on. um, and he said, have you been to a convention since then? And I said, yeah, we actually, I got to meet Will Wheaton here 5 years ago in this hotel, in fact, in this convention center. And said that I got to meet him, and he absolutely completely ignored me in favor of my two girls. Um, and I said, of course, I would totally understand and agree. He was telling them how lucky they were to have parents that love them, a father and stepmother that love them as much, and how much he envied them. And Jonathan Frakes kind of does hand over the heart, and he's just the
Yeah.
best man. And I said, yeah, I know he looks up to you quite a bit. And he said, well, here, let me try to make it up to you, for all those years ago, and quickly signed an autograph and gave it to us, and
That's cool.
wouldn't take any money for it. And it just blew my mind. He was so polite and so generous, and I feel really bad because I actually, I know someone who has done some work on Star Trek Picard, and I could have kind of potentially name dropped him a little bit, and at least been able to make that connection, say, hey, I know somebody, and I completely forgot to do that. So I will have to stalk him again sometime. But uh,
CNN does not endorse stalking in any means.
but no, it was a great show. The bigger part was, and I will say, I don't know that we're going to try to do GalaxyCon again. I think we may choose something else unless there are some changes. It's apparently gotten to the point that Richmond, Virginia is um, just big enough that they try to jam everything in without doing two different conventions. So there were, I would say, a conservative estimate of probably 9,000 WWE wrestlers there, doing autograph signings,
Jeez.
and uh, a whole bunch of anime people and voice actors, which is great. It's cool. Um, but they were trying to jam too many different things. Honestly, as much as my kids enjoyed seeing some of the anime stuff, they could have done a whole anime manga
Yeah.
convention separate and then just done some of the other stuff because there really weren't even that many sci-fi people there this year. That was the
Yeah.
weird part. Um, there were a few, but um, I mean, William Shatner was there, Jonathan Frakes was there, um, Alan Ruck was there, who was in one of the Star Treks, but he was also Cameron in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and has been in other things. But it really wasn't. It wasn't as much a sci-fi convention. Fortunately, my brother went last year, and he and his wife stood in a line that was so long, even after they'd purchased tickets months before. The wait to get into the convention, the act of showing your ticket and getting a badge, took them over 3 hours last year.
Jeez, that's ridiculous.
And I will share a picture with you that is one city block in Richmond that was closed off in between the two parts of the convention center, and it was made into 5 lanes of people. And so David, my brother, fortunately learned from last year, and he was able to go down on Wednesday evening and pick up the badges, and ended up picking them up for all of us too. And thank goodness, because it would have been the line. There were, as I said, there were 5 rows of people that stretched an entire city block, snaked up and down, up and down, up and down. And there were, at 1 o'clock, there were still people trying to get in that apparently had been there since before they opened at 10.
That's a hard pass. Like, I don't think I've ever been to the opening day of a con. I always
This
go on like a
wasn't
Saturday or
opening
Sunday.
day.
Well, that's even stupider.
This was a Saturday.
And there's
It
always a
opened on
line.
Thursday.
That's also really dumb. There's always a line, but it never takes more than like 20 minutes or so for me. I don't know why. And yes, Joanne is right. It is awesome. I need a break though because I've been here
Yeah,
for
yeah.
an hour and a half. I need to go to the bathroom for my tea. I'm gonna grab something to eat while we start. So I'm
Talk
gonna
amongst
bring up
yourselves.
the screen and throw up our be right back. John, you can sit here and hang out and chat with Joanne if you'd like, but I will be back in a few moments.
Okay. How are you doing this evening, Joanne? As I now get the feeling of what it was like to try to communicate by telegraph. As I've got to wait for you to see my answer and hope that you see it so that you can respond. Oh, that's good. This is working well. Oh, yeah, I've got to wait to tell the other part of the convention. And again, it was not a sci-fi part, but in my particular case, it was a West Wing uh yeah, situation, and like the TV show West Wing. So it was a ton of fun and a very unexpected wonderful time. But we will have to wait for Jake to get back so he can be as part of that. Ooh. So, did you fall for any good April Fool's jokes, Joanne? Oh, and this is where the time difference is going to be fun. So I'll answer that question since I saw it pop up. It was a show from the late 90s, early 2000s about the inner workings of the White House. And I hate April Fools too. I used to love it, but now it's. Eh. The TV show was originally written as the people that worked in the West Wing. It was a political, you know, drama, and good for you. It's good to get that out there that they know not to mess with you on April 1st. Um, the show was about the people that worked in the White House, the speechwriters, the communications directors, all the people that work there. And it wasn't even originally going to feature the president much at all. They hired Martin Sheen to come in and be the president for the first episode, and he was going to be showing up like once or twice through for the first season until he shot his scene in the first episode, and the producers of the show decided, well, now we're going to have to include him, and so he became the central focus of the show instead. And it ran for 7 seasons through middle of the 2000s, and was kind of a more utopian look at how things could be. It wasn't always. It didn't. Bad things happened and so forth and so on. But um, it had a more positive spin on how government could be compared to how reality has been. Yes, I love Martin Sheen as well. And let me tell you, hearing him speak during the West Wing show as the president, he played a very liberal president who tried to work with everybody and really did an amazing job. It's some of the best work that he's ever done. And he's a president that you find out early on in the series has MS and is in remission, but didn't say anything about it before he ran for president, um, and it becomes a whole thing. And then he ends up winning re-election. But after seeing him this weekend, he had some very memorable and easily quotable uh, lines and monologues during this show. And I am convinced now, after hearing Martin Sheen speak during a 45-minute question and answer session this weekend, that half of that role was just them letting Martin be Martin. He was eloquent. He was very uplifting and just just amazing to sit and listen to. If you have access to Max, the what used to be HBO, that show is on Max, and it is well worth a watch. Although it's funny, they joked about the fact that there were 3 cast members there, and they joked about the fact that they were brought to the convention because now their show is more fiction than reality, based on based on some of the current events that have happened. And gosh golly, I sure hope you're still here and I'm not just talking to nobody. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It was quite an amazing weekend. And as I was saying to Jake, it was so much. We spent 2/3 of it going, "Wow, I kind of wish we had skipped this." But in the end, it was so amazing. We had such a great time, and uh, really, it was just great. And thank you for not leaving me hanging. So on the topic of April Fools, just to get back to that real quick, um, there was a Hardee's, which that's what they're called on the East Coast. On the West Coast, they're called Carl's Jr. Same company, but they had a location in Fredericksburg, where I live in Fredericksburg, Virginia, that closed down recently, and it's right in the middle of
Aw.
downtown. Yeah, you've probably seen it. It's the one on downtown on Princess
Yep.
Anne Street. So somebody went out today and put a big, and I'm talking like 10-foot wide by 3-foot tall banner that's on stakes in the ground out in the front of it. In-N-Out Burger coming spring 2026. So In-N-Out Burger is a cult followed. I mean, it's a restaurant chain, a fast food chain that's only in California, and I think there are a couple in Arizona and Utah and so forth. But they are known for, I mean, they're a huge thing. It's that, and
I think there's one in Vegas too.
yes, and so for there to be this massive coming soon sign that just it it really upset a lot of people in town today
Is it?
with it being
It's not coming, right?
no,
Yeah, it's April Fool's.
somebody spent a
Let me tell
huge
you how pissed I was today because
uh-oh.
I saw a post that was like, casting for Mandalorian and Grogu has leaked, showing that Grogu would have lines and would be voiced by Robert Pattinson, and that's why the Batman 2 has been so delayed. And I posted it, and I was like, nothing is infuriating me more than hearing this news. And then our friend Brandon posted back to me and was like, hey, you know that's news on today, right? And I'm like, well, yeah, it's today. I just posted it. He goes, no, think about what day it is. I'm like, son of a bitch. Hate
Yeah, here we go.
people suck.
This wasn't even let's see. Here we go.
Something that I realized while I was playing that,
Hmm.
I did not know that John Paxton was also in Dungeon Darkness, or the Peter Weller,
Oh yeah.
or the other way around. I knew Buckaroo Banzai was Admiral Marcus. I didn't know he was also John Paxton.
Ah.
That is utterly vanishing in the background.
It is totally.
That
There
is
we go.
hysterical.
There we go. Can you see it?
Nice. That's cool.
Cool, except for it upset a lot of people.
Why? Like in a good way or a bad way?
In a bad way, because it was an April Fool's prank, and they're not coming to Fredericksburg, and a lot of people were hoping they were coming to. This is a town that is just small enough to not get some of the big stuff. Now, granted, that's not the reason for In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out Burger isn't anywhere east of the far west of Texas or Arizona. So it doesn't have anything to do with that. But we're a town that is just small enough that we don't generally get picked for a lot of companies to bring in. Yeah, we've been waiting for like a Trader Joe's for a decade now and haven't gotten one. We won't be getting one because we don't have a large enough um, population to warrant it. Apparently,
Well, there's a reason it's called Frednicksville.
well, I mean, this is true. But
Frednicksburg, excuse me.
oh no, we're losing Joanne.
Oh, is it that bad, Joanne?
Oh boy.
Oh dear God. Well, John, skin
It's
of
not
evil
great.
will always have Paris.
Although there are a couple of things I was thinking about it since we last talked. There are a couple of things here that will make more sense. It will bring it'll bring like in the last few minutes of the show. There's some stuff that will make a lot more sense for things you've seen about Data since.
So, Joanne, before you go, next week is the finale. Conspiracy and whatever the fuck.
Easy
The week
for you to
after
say.
that, I don't know whatever
Neutral
the other
zone.
one is. Neutral zone. There we go. The week after that, it's either that week or we're going to take a break and do it. It's going to be the Wrath of Khan.
So sometime before 2027. We'll
shut up. I have not seen the Wrath of Khan. I think I watched it like as a really young, like 13, 14 with my uncle. I have not seen it since. And I just saw the motion picture when we did our From the John's Vault on it. Like, I just got a
3 years ago.
Yeah, YouTube just sent me a Remember This Memory.
Yeah.
I think it was 2 years ago.
I could when I saw it, I was like, "You're kidding! It's been how
Yeah, it
long?"
might have been 3 years ago. I don't know. It's been at least 2 years. And I think we might be here in house to do, because I have a 2-prong adapter for my headsets, so we
Wow,
might watch that
that's
here.
getting kind of personal.
It came from Micro Center.
I may
didn't
have
help.
actually talked to another friend of ours about letting us use his space to do it on a
Well,
very
that's a
large
conversation for
screen.
afterward.
Hmm.
That all said, we'll see you next week, Joanne.
Bye, Joanne. My little cat
All
just
right,
said bye
John.
too.
Let's dive into episode
Yes.
23/4/2, or whatever the hell the numbering convention is, of Star Trek: The Next Generation, The Skin of Evil. If you're out there and you're watching and you have no idea why I have a Daredevil background, I forgot to pull the image from the episode. Don't come at me in the comments, please.
Give me just one moment here. I'm going to try to open it up so that I don't have to do Discord. I
Forgot.
meant to do that last time, and I'm also trying something different this week. I've been having to physically use boxes to hold my laptop high and up off the desk. And I totally remembered that in my box of stuff that came from my old work, I had one of those angled laptop risers so that the keyboard is up at a 45-degree angle, and and so I was like, "Oh, hey, I have something I could have been using all this time. It would have made it so much easier." Okay.
Yeah, when I hear people talk about their favorite Star Trek movies, it's in no particular order: Wrath of Khan, First Contact, Generations, and one
Wrath
of the
of Khan is so pitch perfect that even the nitpicks of it, and there's plenty that you could go through and be like, this doesn't make any damn sense at all, but it happens in such a way that it doesn't even matter. It's people give it a pass.
fair. All right, you ready, John?
Let's see if my password works.
That would be a good thing. While you're working on that, have you been watching The Pit?
No, I need to.
Dude, it is an incredible show. Each episode is an hour. It is an incredible look at a high intensity emergency room in a big city, what they go through every day, and what they went through like during the pandemic and during like a mass tragedy event. It is an incredible show.
From
It's
what I understand, it is also considered to
highly
be
accurate.
incredibly accurate, and I think that's hysterical because I am old enough to have watched Noah Wiley on ER for
He was on ER?
for like 10
I
years.
didn't realize that.
And a lot of people I have commented that it is based, in fact, from what I understand, Warner Brothers may have actually no, it wasn't Warner Brothers. It was somebody else actually was talking about trying to bring a lawsuit up because this was too much of a clone of ER, including one of the actors from the original show.
Well, yeah, but wow,
I
he was
mean,
in 254 episodes. George
yeah,
Clooney was only in 108 of them.
he was basically he was one of the only people that was there for the entire run of the show, pretty much. And he wasn't there the whole run. He actually was out for a couple of years and then came back.
Yeah, 331 episodes. I'm just saying though, The Pit. I mean, I've never watched ER. My mom did when I was growing up,
Hmm.
but damn if it's not an incredible show. Like the only actor I knew going in that I knew was Issa Briones because she plays one of the interns.
Does she really? Oh well, now you got
She's
me.
a bitch. Oh my
Now
god.
you got me interested now.
I was shocked. Because I remember Issa Briones from Picard, and watching this, I was like, "Wow, you are a horrible human." Um, there is one other, like the administrator. He's kind of like a foil to Noah Wile's character. She played Angela Blake in The West Wing, but she's only in like 3 episodes of The West Wing.
Okay.
So I was like, why do I know this woman? But that's it. All these are brand new people to me. And damn if I don't love every one of these performers. What actually really made me watch it, so I watch a lot of the Geek Buddies, and one of them is like a background actor. That's what he does, like for income, and he
nice.
plays one of the flight nurses for the EMTs. So he comes in a couple episodes in like his flight gear, like pushing the gurney, and it's really cool. He's cool. He's not a big part of it at all. He's a very background.
Sure.
I think his total screen time is like 4 minutes across the whole show. But that's why I watched it. So like, oh, let's go see what he's in. And then I forgot he was going to be in the show until I saw him. I was like, oh my god, he's in this. It's a very good show. It's a great look at mental health. It's a great look at how pressure and stress really fracture that slowly, and how PTSD can just overwhelm you without realizing it. If you're squeamish at blood, God, don't watch this show.
I have heard.
But it is, I'm telling you guys, like, we are, April 1st. We're a quarter through the year, and we already have Matlock, The Pit, The Righteous Gemstones, Daredevil. I think, what's the Star Wars show that the Goonies, Skeleton Crew, that traveled into this year? I mean, Matlock too, and The Ghosts are carryovers from the end of last year, but every one of these shows is hitting on all 5 cylinders, 6 cylinders, 4, all the cylinders, 27 cylinders. It's an incredible year for content. I can't wait to add Strange New Worlds to that list. We have a date for that, right?
Well, not necessarily.
Do we don't have a date for that yet?
No, they have released a date for in Europe, in Great Britain. I think it was either Great Britain or Australia. Sky TV.
Yeah.
But they haven't, and that was in August, I want to say. But they have not released a date for the U.S. market yet. And I apologize and thank you for going through and padding here. I can't get any of my 4 browsers that I'm running right now to play this show. It gets to the page, and then it just shows me a black screen. So give me just a moment here. I don't know
that seems like a problem.
Yep. I don't know. I don't have a VPN on.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
I don't get it. I don't. I'm trying one more. I realized I hadn't done Chrome yet.
I do have one other thing I can talk about while you're doing that.
Okay.
We have a special project coming up here on TNN.
We did have a special project until our dear leader died.
That's a way to get views. Die on a stream. When I tilted my head, a little piece of ground chicken went to the back of my throat.
I hate when that happens.
We have a special show that's going to be a live stream show starting around mid-August, running through the beginning of October, and that is going to be a little show called Star Trek Ascension. We are going to run a game that's going to be live, a live streamed event that will temporarily take the place of Trek Tuesday watch-alongs. John is playing our first officer, as I still believe a yet to be determined race. Correct?
Yes.
I'm going to be the game master. A game master, I guess game master too, whatever. Our friend Jay Simmons, shut up, John. Our friend Jay Simmons is going to be playing our captain, who I believe is going to be playing a Vulcan. The Sin City Knight, Dead Razor, will be playing our chief medical officer, who will be a former Borg. And then there's a couple other people who haven't locked down characters yet and haven't locked down if they're going to be able to be in it. But that will run from 8 to 10 on Tuesdays for a few weeks. And then at 10:30, we're going to do an after show. We haven't picked a name for it yet. But we want to do a little Star Trek name. So if you can think of a Star Trek name that our after show should be called, throw that in the comments. And basically that'll just be a couple of us hanging out talking about the show, because the players will be experiencing the story, obviously, along with you guys. And each episode, just like in a Star Trek show, like there may be an episode that heavily features the Doctor. There may be an episode that heavily features the science officer, the tactical officer, the engineer, or the captain. And they'll be there to answer questions, have a conversation about what happens, and kind of talk Star Trek and nerdy about it. I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be a ton of fun. And it's just going to be something new and fresh that we have not done yet. And we're going to. So they'll be on the ship, the USS Ascension. If you are interested, go to Star Trek Away Team. It's a video game from way back in, I think, 1999. Included the voices of Michael Dorn and Brent Spiner and LaForge, Leroy Burton, and a couple others. I think they grabbed some DS9 voices as well. And it's a really inventive game. We're using some aspects of that game as some of the set dressing for Star Trek Ascension. Not the story, obviously. We're going to have an original story. But I'm kind of excited about it. John?
Oh, I am too.
Am I done?
Gosh, I wish.
Damn it.
I'm still getting a black screen for Paramount.
So yeah, I'm super excited about it. We are kind of putting the pedal to the floor on it, and I'm running out of things to say about it. Let's go ahead and bring that back up.
If you have any suggestions on how I can pull up Paramount Plus on something else, that would be great. Let's see.
Well, did you try in your browser?
Yes, I did try in my browser. Did you try in your browser?
Listen. Do I just jump in Discord? We are almost at 10 o'clock.
Let's see. Let me try one thing. I'm going to log out of here for just a moment. I will be right back, okay?
Good luck. Well, now that he's gone.
I'm not completely gone.
Damn it. Okay, now that he's gone. No, so we're just trying to do new and different things. We started, I know we're a little behind on the actual episodes. We've done 4 of them so far, doing the shorts connected to Invincible Season 3. We're trying to kind of whittle down what we do and really still hit the things we love, because there are things that I enjoy that we want to do that we haven't had the time to do, but then we can't do everything. Can't do every show out there because there are a ton of things like I want to cover For All Mankind, but we may not have the bandwidth to do it. Which is another great Star Trek-esque show. If you're not watching it, you should, because it's incredibly good. You know what I'm going to do while we are waiting is I'm going to pull up the trailer for The Pit. Hello, Jasmine Crockett. All right, let's unmute that. Hey, John.
Hey. Yeah, it's I don't know what's going on. I completely logged out just to make sure that it wasn't an issue that was doing something funky. It is not working at all.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna watch this little trailer here, and then we will
if
put
you
you into Discord.
I was gonna say, if you want to put me in Discord, I'll
Yeah. Well, you can see the trailer on here right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Morning, Jack. What are you doing here? Working. And if you jump on my shift, that's just rude, man. Hope I'm never one of your patients. Makes 2 of us, my friend. Hey, D, what's a good word?
We're fucked. 52 in the waiting room, and it's not even 7.
We're always working the shift, by the way. Got him a little slack today. It's the anniversary of Dr. Adamson's death.
Who left this mess?
Nothing like a little challenge every now
Oh,
and then.
shit. I think there's 3
We've got
episodes
some new
left.
faces with us today. Hi,
I
come
thought it
on
was
over.
only.
I'm so happy to be
14
here.
episodes.
Talk to me at the end
I
of
like
the day.
her.
Clear?
Forceps,
Full suction. Med student down.
welcome to the pit. Let's go save some lives.
Systolics only 80, 14
Alex, you've lost a lot of blood. You need to go to surgery right away. I'm gonna die.
Not now that I'm here.
Easy, easy.
I'm in.
Good.
I like
well
her
done.
too. She's awesome.
Is it always this busy?
No, it gets a lot busier.
There's a nursing shortage across the country.
That is bullshit. If you paid them a living wage, they'd line up to work here.
Other hospitals are managing this crisis. Either step up or step aside. Are you okay?
Why wouldn't I be?
It's 5 years ago today. You can't block your feelings forever.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Let's go. Beppy.
No pulse. Clear?
Oh, dude made the West Wing too. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Are we ready to call this? $150,000 people die every day in the world. Today you got one of them. And we're gonna get more of them before the shift is over.
Tier 1 trauma now. More morphine.
No, did you see that guy right
You
there?
learn to accept
Mhm.
it, find balance.
You found
I'm gonna
balance.
back it up for a minute.
More morphine
Damn it.
now.
Whoops. Well, it's a really, really bad image, but that guy right there is the geek buddy.
More morphine.
Oh,
I'm gonna
nice.
stop the bleeding.
You learn to accept it, find balance.
You found balance.
No, not even close.
It's such a good show, y'all. All right. Let's do some Star Trekking in the Daredevil costume.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
How do I... Oh, you're already dubbing. Cool.
Awesome.
All right.
And now my echo is back on my side.
I can't help it. Sorry,
No,
bud.
I know.
All right. If you're out there watching and you're here 2 hours into the stream, we're really good at this, we promise. The timestamp will be on. I think we might only do one episode and leave 3 for next week, but
I think we might do that.
the episode title and the timestamp are there. If you get off, I will probably have the timestamp up pretty regularly throughout the stream, and we will see you on the other side. I guess I don't know. I usually say that. Whatever. We're gonna play it. Here we go. I love his voice. Oh, what
Mhm.
6-0? Why are the nacelles off?
Whoops.
Did you hear the Marvel news?
I'm sorry, they what?
All right, I got to pause it for a second because I everybody out there in YouTube lands were like, "What the hell? Play that damn thing!" Did you see the chair stream from Wednesday?
Yes.
Did you see the names attached to the damn thing?
Yes.
Oh my god, we're getting
Oh,
back
I
to
know.
McKellen. So fucking excited.
I
Rebecca
could not believe it.
Romaine,
And
Alan Cumming, James Marsden, Kelsey Grammer. This is going to be
and
Avengers
seeing
versus X-Men.
and hearing the
X-Men theme.
the X-Men theme when they came up was just amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so let's go. I promise that's the last interruption.
Hey, some character development. Guess what that means?
I think a Klingon's horny. Or at least she is. Oh, yeah, she's checking him out when he walked away. Yes, she is. Good lord.
I've always kind of liked that red alert, the audio from the shuttles.
Yeah. Wow. Can you do that?
Apparently, Leland T. Lynch can do it.
I don't like this guy. That's a cool shot.
Yeah, they didn't use that anywhere near enough. I was just about to say.
He is. You were just about to say?
Oh, no, I was about to say, there are a couple of shots of the bridge that they kind of experimented with in the first season, and we never saw them again. And I wish
Yeah.
that would have changed. There are several rumors that have gone around that Roddenberry's lawyer, Leonard Maislish, who I've mentioned a couple of times, has been known to have changed some of the scripts and written some things on his own, which is an illegal act in the terms of the Writers Guild policies. But apparently he was responsible for the way that Yar is handled in this episode.
Well, that seems like a dumb thing to do with a giant nuclear explosion.
Yeah. Wow, he kind of cut that close there. They just got it closed.
Yeah, I don't like this guy at all.
Oh, that's why you didn't see the Bussard scoops lit up. That was intentional because the warp system was down.
Hmm. I'm glad he got that from that image because I was like, what? The spaghetti.
Of course they're not. Yes, it is.
She sounded very robotic.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yes, I'll meet the away team in transporter room 4. That okay, for being crashed and ripped into pieces, the nacelles are in really good condition.
Yeah. Even though both the nacelles are physically detached, which didn't make any sense.
Yeah,
And that's the closest we got to seeing a full-size version of that shuttlecraft.
that's hysterical.
And that one was so different because I mean, look at it. It's so curvy and organic looking compared to any of the other ones.
Stop
we ever
talking about Beverly Crusher like that.
saw.
Eh. Well, he knows how to adopt a human expression.
Yeah.
Eh.
If you remember, this character was actually in Lower Decks at one point.
I do not remember.
At the end of an episode.
Oh no, my Hoover Dust Devil did not work on the goop.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. In many other episodes, they showed them beaming directly to sickbay.
That's not what I'm referring to. She didn't have a blood smear when she was on the ground.
Oh. You mean on her cheek?
Yeah.
It's not even a blood smear.
What is it?
It's that.
Hey, okay. The smoke starts pouring out of her ears.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like the conference room.
If you remember, we talked about this earlier. During the first season, the sickbay used the conference room set, and they just covered the windows.
Yeah. Ugh. Well, that looks terrifying.
Yep.
I like how the subtitles communicator is not functioning. Suction noises. It didn't. This sounds like a Disney villain.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get no satisfaction.
Mm-hmm. In other words, he'll continue doing exactly what he was already doing.
Hmm. How about character growth?
Mm-hmm.
It's special, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Aha. And now we know the rest of the story.
You won't like me when I'm angry.
This episode was originally going to be called The Shroud. This will also be the last episode of the season that we'll see Wesley, and the last
Aw.
time that that particular variation of the uniform is seen.
For now. Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like they haven't shown the other guy, and I feel like he's dead. Hmm.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Hmm. Do they not see this happening?
Whoops. Phaser just dropped in.
Okay.
50 pounds of Metamucil and black printer's ink. Yep.
Isn't that toxic?
Yep.
Well, that seems healthy.
During a break in filming that scene, Frakes was laying on the beach, that sand area, covered in the sludge, and LeVar Burton apparently walked up to him and said, "Frakes, I never would have done that." No joke.
What about the other guy? Like, is he just straight up dead? Or could they not afford to pay an actor for a line or two?
Probably didn't want to pay an actor.
Oh, look, the card came down.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I swear to God, I feel like it's like I'm running a D&D game trying to get the group to make a moral choice and they're all just screwing with me. That's what's happening right now.
Yep. Man, that is just wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, he's super dead. Doesn't even look at the guy. It's just wow.
Hmm.
Damn it. I'm not disappointed the guy's alive, but like just let him chill there. What the hell?
Oh, yes. Roll credits.
What?
He said the name of the episode.
Oh. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even show the other guy beaming.
This is a well done scene.
In front of a hellacious green screen. Oh, it's the little hologram that Data had.
Mm-hmm. That's where it came from.
much alike, you and I. Both warriors, orphans who found ourselves as family. I hope I met death with my eyes wide open. Beverly, where fierce devotion comes from within it can't be diminished. From you, I have learned to strive for excellence, no matter what the first cost. Leslie, I'm sorry I won't be able to see you grow into the exceptional man you'll become. But your kindness and innocence are ageless. Jordy, in those moments I felt the most despair, you took my hand and helped me to see things differently. You taught me to look beyond the moment. My friend Data, you see things with the wonder of a child. And that makes you more human than any of us. Captain Jean-Marc, I wish I could say you've been like a father to me. But I've never had one, so I don't know what it feels like. But if there was someone in this universe I could choose to be like, someone who I would want to make proud of me, it's you. You who have the heart of an explorer and the soul of a poet. So, you'll understand when I say, death is that state in which one exists only in the memory of others.
I'm getting an echo back. And now you're echoing back. Oh, that was sweet. You know what just hit me? Star Trek. I mean, I guess you could say it's Spock, but they haven't lost a captain yet, like an actor.
Yep,
and,
true.
And I don't know if it's going to be Patrick Stewart or William Shatner first, because Patrick Stewart's old as hell. William Shatner is 93 or something. Crazy.
94.
Mhm. That's a shot.
Mm-hmm. And that. Hello. I'm just kidding.
We'll just jump out of that. Cool.
That definitely shows, where the hologram that Data carried around, and you'll see that later in an episode, Measure of a Man, where he is put on trial.
Yeah.
To decide whether or not he is a sentient being or not. And then you see it again in Picard. And in fact, that entire scene in Picard with Data and Lore is very evocative of that, because they're kind of in a negative place. That now for them it's just nothingness, but it has that same sense of feel, and they show the little hexagonal little hologram emitter of her there as well. And reportedly, the cast was very, very upset that she was leaving. And that scene, all those tears were apparently pretty genuine from everybody, especially Marina Sirtis. The two of them had become particularly close. And so she was quite upset that that she was going to be leaving the show. And at one point, apparently, it was very melancholy, and everybody was just kind of there, and they were on the set, and everybody was just, at an emotional point, and Patrick Stewart, sensing that from his fellow actors and sensing he had to do something to try to help everybody in some way, shape, or form. Thinking of how that set looked as it did, little mountaintop, clouds in the background, he apparently thrust his arms into the air and started singing, "The hills are alive," and help break the tension for everybody.
I can just imagine him just the hills. Oh, I love Patrick Stewart. He is a national treasure, even though
he really, really is. And very, very pleased that he will be coming back for the new X-Men or Avengers movie.
Avengers Doomsday.
Whoops.
Yeah. Cool. Well, folks, I think we're going to leave it there because it is almost 11 o'clock. We'll always have Paris next week with Conspiracy and...
I have to work tomorrow.
What's the other one?
The Neutral Zone.
Neutral Zone.
And we'll
do all this week. Leave a like, subscribe, and do all the things. Check the links below if you want to join the Discord, have conversations with us about nerdy stuff. Find our socials. We'll see you there. But as always, folks, live long, stay nerdy, y'all.